Cowboys Nation, welcome back to another episode of Starchasers Girls Talk Ball. As you know, it's your girl Craven Cowboys, aka Mickey. As you know, I got my girl Star in the building. What's going on, girl? How you doing?
What's up, guys? What's up, Cowboys Nation? What's up, everybody in the chat? Glad to be here and talk some Cowboys football with y'all per usual. Y'all know what to do when y'all come in. Please like the content. Please share the content, guys, and help. Mickey, you reached 200 subscribers yet?
I don't think so. I think I'm still one away.
Okay, well, y'all, somebody out there, give Mickey one subscription so that she can hit 200. I'm closer. I'm still about. Let's see. I think I'm at 188. So how much?
Yeah, you right there.
Yeah. So sorry, y'all. I'm slow, man. So yeah, I got 12 more subscribers. 12 more subscribers could subscribe to me. If y'all watching me on X, now I got about 1,300 y'all on there. Subscribe to my freaking YouTube channel. If everybody on X would just subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would already be monetized. So
facts.
Y'all could please, for the love of God, please subscribe to our YouTube channels. So that we can build our platform. It'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, it's a lot of BS to talk about, and you know, Cowboys Nation. This is what I'm gonna say. Like, I think, like yesterday, obviously, there was just a different line that was crossed that we have not seen crossed in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, we know once contract negotiations come out, there'll be rumors and stuff, you know. Right. They'll start saying Amari quits on route. I get all that stuff. You know, they'll put out the hit piece articles. You know, is Dak really better than Blake Bortles? Because he's got a better, you know, I get all that stuff. And I can, you know, I don't like that petty ass shit, but I can deal with it.
Right.
But when it comes to the point of your flagship radio station bringing on the attorney of a woman that is accusing your franchise quarterback of rape.
Right. Okay. And not just that, actually actively calling Dak Prescott a rapist
over and over again
before anything is proved, before anything has been discussed.
I mean, it's wild and it's ridiculous. Right. And for anybody out there that does not believe that our flagship radio station is controlled by the Joneses, and see, y'all got to open up y'all's eyes, because y'all can't. Well, you know, they said, I talked, you know, online on X, Shannon and them said that they are controlled by the Joneses and they're completely independent. Like, y'all really believe that? Because if that was true, okay, let's just say that that's true, right? Then why have it in the past with all of the messed up stuff? Jerry Jones, did y'all know right now, Jerry Jones got an open sexual assault case right now. Open sexual assault case. Okay, he got the illegitimate child case that he's got to take a paternity test for like next week, right?
Correct. I mean, damn, even I think it came out last summer or just before the season last year, when the picture was floating around, Jerry just happened to be in the background of you know, a school trying to be segregated. You know,
yeah. Another thing with Jerry, and we're looking like Jerry,
just chilling in the crowd, not turning around, not going the other direction, not looking worried, trying to help out, just chilling, like, oh, what's going on? We just hanging out in the back.
It's no problem. Literally, we've had cases where, I forgot what his name was. I think his name was Rich. He had a whole case where he was peeping at the cheerleaders and had sexually assaulted Jerry's daughter, and all of a sudden he just like resigns and he's gone. Yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying,
right? And he had the friendship with Snyder. Him and Snyder was close for a long ass time.
There's so much dirt, legal, criminal, civil cases that revolve around the Cowboys almost yearly, to be honest.
Right.
And never have they ever had the accusers' families or attorneys on the flagship radio. Why do y'all think that happened? Why do y'all think that hasn't happened?
Right. I mean, just before we hopped on here, Star mentioned that they didn't even have anybody related to Kelvin Joseph's case on 105 The Fan. That was just like what, last year before last?
Yeah, y'all remember when Kelvin Joseph was in the car with somebody who committed murder and they had it on camera?
Mm-hmm. It's like
I thought Kelvin Joseph, I was like, oh, it's a rap in Texas. You can't. Right. It's a rap. But he walked away.
He still kept the spot on the team for another year.
The spot. Walked away clean. Walked away hands clean. Why y'all think that happened? Jerry Jones has major control in this state. Not just Dallas, in the state. What's up, James? Glad to see you.
What's going on, James? What's up, everybody in the building? What's up, Loves Beauty? Thanks for joining us. How you doing? Sports Junkie in the building. What's going on, fam?
What's up,
Sports in the building? What's going on, fam?
Rich, that's Rich. The fix this shit with Des Bryant, but yeah. So, what's up, Kelvin? Glad to see you.
Thank you to everybody joining us.
You gotta open the Joneses have pool in the state, not just the city. They got pool in the state. So that if the Joneses have pool to where they could get a black man in Texas
to sing,
a black man where he didn't even get probation. We see you in the car, murdered somebody, and you get out scot-free and still playing in the NFL till
right. Two more teams after that. He flew down to Miami.
He
went to Seattle. He even went to the damn Chiefs. He even went to the damn Super Bowl.
I don't know if he's still on the team, but he was.
Right.
But
right.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm an attorney. Like, if he was not a Dallas Cowboy, he's locked up for life and he's headed toward the death penalty.
Correct.
Do y'all understand that? So y'all trying to tell me Jerry Jones, who got control over this man, got control over police department and government legislation, all of this stuff, but he don't have control over his own flagship radio station?
Exactly. And speaking of that, the damn attorney they had on there, they said he had just graduated. He just graduated from school.
And the kid is making a critical mistake. He's just trying to get rich fast. Right. He just graduated 9 months ago from TSU. He's a young guy, and there's a reason, guys, as well.
Right. Because number one, why are you saying, quote unquote, I don't mean like using the word victim, but you're saying the victim's name on the radio, which is usually you don't reveal the identity. First of all, you know what I'm saying? And like we mentioned earlier, he's calling Dak a rapist, just flat out. You're discussing details of a legal case that haven't even been argued in court yet.
Like it's like
all around.
With common sense. You don't even have to be a lawyer to know, but common sense, you don't do that. Right. But I'm telling y'all this: if a person, as a lawyer, when there's been a person that call you up and they say, "Hey, I want to retain you for their services," and they tell you, "I done call all over, and they won't take my case." When they tell you that, like, y'all know, there's people that do this for a living, there's people that do this for a living where they literally live to like expose and get, for these type of cases, high profile cases where they can get millions back. None of them took the case. None of them. None of the top lawyers in Texas or wherever, none of them said, this is a good case to take.
Right.
But
especially going to, especially if going to the star quarterback of America's team, whose name is constantly in headlines. Right. Especially at the year he had last year.
But none of them took the case. But a lawyer from TSU who just graduated 8 months ago.
A local lawyer.
Use your brains, people. Use your brains. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not gonna say, I cannot say if this girl is lying, because there's been no evidence. I don't know if she's lying or not. If she's telling the truth, and obviously the truth is gonna come out, and then Dak should get whatever's coming to him, because I'm not gonna ever be a supporter of someone who commits rape or sexual assault.
Right.
But the
what
fact
about Bruce, the Josh Ball interview, what did Josh Ball do?
Josh Ball. Oh yeah, y'all remember Josh Ball? Josh Ball, the one who beat the dog crap out of his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And we still drafted him. We drafted him after he beat.
I didn't even know that.
Because he beat the crap out of his girlfriend. And we still
and they still giving him third, fourth,
fifth
chances.
He's still on the roster currently. He is still on the roster. So guys, y'all understand what I'm saying here? Did they bring Josh Ball's girlfriend on to the flagship radio station? Now these dumbass, let me not say the N-word. These dumbass ninjas talking about we gotta do journalism.
That's crazy.
We're all of a sudden during contract negotiations.
Right. The day before,
journalists and bring Dak Prescott's accuser's lawyer on the flagship radio station. It's no coincidence here. No one told us to do it. We just have to do it because we are now journalists.
Yeah.
Like y'all need to,
and just like they pointed out, shout out to all the content creators on the Final Word last night. Just like they put Law Nation, Boss Cowboys Sports, and Jay Tuck, everybody that kind of pointed out, just been tidbit details. Like when they asked him questions, when they had the interview at Senior Bowl, when they asked Jerry about his so-called case, he only had
he said I can't talk about it.
And there was no more discussion after that.
And these people said they called up the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys said they really didn't want them to do it.
Right.
That they think they did it with class.
Right. And just like Amp naming other examples, Dez, Zeke. Now, I'm not sure what happened with Josh Brent. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm definitely familiar with the Zeke situation and the Dez situation where what was a video out or something like that?
Well, there was an accusation of a video with Dez. It never came out, but they said there was a Dez video worse than who was that guy that beat his girlfriend up in the
elevator? Was it Ray Rice?
Yeah, they said it was worse. It never came out.
Right. What's going on, DC? How you doing, sis?
So this is what we're trying to tell you, Cowboys Nation. Like, please open up your eyes. I get it. I hate this for us because we just want to be focused on football. We just want to be talking about free agents and the draft and what's Zimmer's scheme gonna be. We just want to be talking about football, right? That's all we want to do. But instead, we got to deal with this corrupt ass shit. But it's a fact is we got to deal with it, guys, because it happened.
Exactly.
And that's what I've been trying to get everybody to realize. Like, we can't just move on. Let's just move on and let's just forget it happened. We can't forget it happened.
You absolutely can. That's a huge point you just made right there, Star. It's a huge point you made because now you said not only just the fans can't move on, the team can't move on. They're going to be asking questions about, so what do you think about this Dak Prescott case? What do you think about them talking to the prosecutor? What do you think about Jerry Jones allowing this to happen? What do you think about this? What do you think about them not extending Dak? What do you think about? They're going to be answering questions about this all offseason, and I'm sure into the 2024 season. Like you said, the Cowboys already weren't focused on football, it seemed like before. So now can you imagine with even more of this offseason drama being added into the mix? Like it's going to be even further now from football. Like everyone's been saying on Twitter /X, whatever you guys want to call it. Like now it's just a full on reality show. Like it was never really about football.
We got a lot of viewers on X. Hey, y'all on X. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. I got like 49 people watching on X. How many y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel right now? Go to
Yes, guys.
StarGazerSports.
Yes.
StarGazerSports.
Come on to that YouTube side. Come to that YouTube side, you guys.
And like the video. Subscribe and like the video. But yeah, like this is what we're trying to get y'all to realize. Like, and of course, guys, the media, the beat writers, you know, the Calvin Watkins and Clarence Hill, you know, they're all gonna, you know, and Shannon RJ and
Mike,
y'all's favorite guy of Brian Broaddus and all this. Of course, they're gonna make everything that we say sound stupid. We're morons. We're conspiracy theorists. We don't know what we're talking about. We're just talking out of our buttholes. We don't know anything.
Right.
That's what they're gonna spew to us. You know, they're not gonna tell you, yes, Jerry Jones could have stopped it. They're never gonna tell you that.
Right.
So if y'all, that's what
they're allowing tours going on. You heard Dalton say they're allowing tours going on. They're allowing people inside the building when there's football players practicing and things like that. Even behind, you can even see in the background with the radio station. They're allowing people just to walk up and through the building when they have actual players there. So you know that Jerry allows that. I mean, an owner wouldn't want people in their building if he didn't want them to see what was going on. So you absolutely know they have control of what's being talked about on the radio.
They have control. They have anything to do with the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry has control. Again, this man has control. He probably got national control. I don't know. Probably.
Yes, stop.
But I know.
Well, we have like 8 to 9, maybe even 10 primetime games during the season.
Yeah, 8 to 9 primetime. Most richest sports franchise in the world.
How many other teams got that many primetime games?
This man has a lot of pull, and he has. And you better believe he's got a lot of pull in the state of Texas.
Facts.
So we got to, at some point, Cowboys Nation, turn on our brains. Because you have to come to a crossing point. And I don't want to do this because who wants to do this? Like I said, I just want to talk about football. That's why I got into this shit. So that I can love on the Dallas Cowboys and talk about football stuff. But we can't talk about football, just talk about football stuff, because the type of things that our front office does and the way they move is immoral. You know what I'm saying? That's the word to really put on it. It's immoral. Now, if you don't care about morality and stuff like that, then you have at it and you just keep supporting blindly. But if you have any morals at all, you'll realize that there was a step that was crossed. Right. And so, and for everybody, think about this as well. We just signed, here's some good news for everybody. We just signed Eric Kendricks, right? Linebacker. Now he's old. He's 32 years old. But he's a former All-Pro, was a green dot for Mike Zimmer's defense when he was with the Vikings. So that's a good sign. That's a signing of substance. He actually had a pretty decent season last year. He's not the same player, but he's still a guy of substance, somebody you can bring in that can help our young linebacker. So that's great. But I'm telling y'all this right now. That was a shut-up sign. That was a shut-up.
Absolutely.
And forget what we did yesterday signing.
Right. Hell, even them signing the long snapper was the shut up signing to them not doing anything in free agency the first 2 days. You know, they thought that was
exactly.
That was supposed to hype us up at the, everyone that signed running backs, they found defensive ends, defensive tackles, wide receivers. And what I'm I lost it. I'm sure you saw my tweet when you have the Giants making moves, Washington making moves, Philly making moves, Cowboys not available. Like, I lost my mind, girl. I lost my mind. Like, not available, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all have the NFL app, but you know how you go to the page where they have the free agency trackings and you scroll and they have, each get divided by each section by each team, and you just scrolling through and you see that big old blue star and you see nothing. You
haven't done a thing.
You don't see nothing.
Haven't done a single thing, and this is what I'm talking about. But I was about to jump to something else, but I want to finish this. Shut up, signs. This is what the front office does every year, and the problem is we allow it to shut us up, right? And then, so we'll forget because that's what they want, guys. I'm telling you, the only reason why they signed Eric Kendricks today is because of the shit show that has been going on since yesterday,
right,
on social media. That is it. If we weren't upset, if we just was like, oh well, let's just ignore it, they wouldn't have signed Eric Kendricks today. He would have been a 49. He'd be on the plane already.
Right.
This is what we're saying. Like, this is why I keep trying to tell Cowboys fans, like, just like Boss Cowboy says, our voice does matter. Pressure to them matters. Pressure. We're putting pressure. I made a tweet today about boycott because people say, it's time to boycott. And I think people have the definition, or I have a different definition of what I believe, way I believe we should boycott.
You Jerry Jones now, star? You Jerry Jones now? You got
you know what I'm saying? I got an alternative fact.
Right.
But of what boycotting is for Dallas Cowboys. Am I saying stop watching the Dallas Cowboys on TV? No. Okay, obviously, it's right. What law says, because that's what law, every time you bring up the word boycott, law be like, it don't matter. We got the TV revenue. I get all of that.
Right.
So with the TV revenue deal, they get that money, period. So watch away. That's what I put. I said, watch away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're not watching, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything, right? But when it comes to your personal, you can still be dedicated to the players. You can still cover the team. We're not shutting down our channels. I'm not shutting down my YouTube channel. I'm going to continue to talk about the Cowboys and cover them and talk about ways to improve. So I'm not saying do any of that. Like if that's what anybody's suggesting, I mean, you can do that, but that's not what I'm doing. And I'm not saying burn your cow. I got that shirt right now. I'm not saying burn your Cowboy stuff and burn your jerseys and all that stuff. That stuff is foolish. You done already paid money for it.
Exactly.
You done already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on your jerseys, on your man cave, woman cave. You done already did that type of stuff. So it's like that's
right. Memorabilia. You know what I'm saying?
It's dumb to burn and tear up your shit. Like, what is that gonna do? Right. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, with a boycott, like, we not only have to continue to speak out and put public pressure on them through social media platforms, but we can also do something else to where it's going to allow us to start getting covered by the local and the national news, which is what? When the jersey sales go down, when the ticket sales go down, when all of that stuff starts going down, and I already know it's only a fraction, right? But my dad told me, he said, Lauren, only poor people don't care about how their money is spent. They don't care about how their money is spent. They don't care if it's coming and going, where it's coming. He said, but a rich person, they care about every dollar, how every dollar is spent. If they lost $1, why did they lose it?
Right.
If Jerry didn't care about jersey sales, if he didn't care about concession stand sales, if he don't care about none of that, he don't care about that. He don't care about fans. Jerry was trying to get fans in the stands during the pandemic. So miss me with Jerry don't care about that, and he's going to care. He's going to care about the jersey. There's a reason why he had in Jerry World. He has a pro shop on each level. He has concession stands on each. Like, guys,
right.
They care about the fans. I know we want to be like they don't give a shit. They do. Hence, Eric Kendricks signed today. They do care about the fan morale and what the fans think, right?
Right, and not just the morale, but also the aesthetics of it. Because imagine America, like even if you're not a fan of the Cowboys, you turn the TV on, you expect to see a full stadium, expect to see a stadium full of fans, crowd cheering, all that. Imagine you turn on the Cowboys game and you don't see fans in the stands. You see a stadium halfway full of fans. You think you're gonna be excited to watch a game who don't really have a? Imagine because really, y'all, if we being real. The way this team looking right now, we might be one of them teams that might be on the lower end, you know what I'm saying, next year and maybe even going forward. So you imagine looking at some of these teams, like, because I went to the Carolina game last year, so
Mm-hmm.
it was sold out when they played the Cowboys. But I think a couple games later down the line, maybe like 2 or 3 games later, you look at the Carolina stadium, and there's hardly any fans there. You sometimes you may look at a Tennessee game, maybe the Denver game before they really got a quarterback. You don't really see fans in the stands like that. So you're really watching the whole game like that. So like Star said, when you see those ticket sales go down, when you see the attendance start going down, that's going to affect the viewership. That's going to affect it. Just to look at the Cowboys.
Exactly. Cowboys. They're going to start reporting on it. That's how it works. Whenever you start, all the people, everybody, they're going to start reporting on it. Dang, jersey sales down.
Right.
Ticket sales down. Wow.
Right.
It's like the what do they call that? What do they call the old season ticket holders and all of that stuff? That's down. We're not buying this. And for y'all to say it don't matter, why did somebody like Jay Tuck say when he took his card off, like, I'm not doing it? They called him. They were like, no. I'm trying to tell y'all, it all matters. So stop telling me it don't matter. We just know what we can do. That's a lie. That's bullshit.
Right.
Sorry to be cussing so much, and my mom and dad's watching, but that's bullshit. Sorry.
Right. And shout out to Philly in the building. What's going on, fam? We definitely happy to see you. Happy to see you,
man. That money, they Texans they trying to load the clip. I mean, like everybody else trying to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though some teams still gonna suck like the Panthers, but they trying at least. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. It's one thing. Like you say, like you just said, Star. You look at certain teams in the league, and not saying they always going to be bad, but you look at them and they say, they have been struggling for a while. So you don't exactly give them, a leg up. But when you see them making moves, even being a fan of that kind of organization, at least they have some kind of hope to look forward to. They have something to look forward to for the next season. And honestly, I hold just a little bit of jealousy in my heart because I would love to be a fan who can at least be excited for the following year coming up. Who at least be excited
a little bit. We don't have to worry about smear campaigns and stuff. It could be just normal stuff like, hey, we don't want this player anymore. We're going to tell him seek a trade. We're going to trade him. We're going to just let him walk freely in free agent. It's just like simple stuff.
Right.
That's the nature of the business. But the stuff that we do it's the front office trying to keep their image and their name clear. They don't like to fire coaches. They don't like to trade, they typically don't like to trade players and all that type of stuff.
Exactly. And another thing to add on, Star, you said they don't like too much activity on the sideline. They don't want too much hollering. They don't want the coaches hollering at the players. They don't want the players getting too fired up. They don't want too much.
Right. Exactly. It's all about the look. It's all about the look and protecting the image. So they don't like that, right? That's a big reason why they didn't fire. They're like, why we didn't fire Mike McCarthy? Because they're trying to protect their image. They don't want it to be seen that they overreacted. So what they're gonna do is instead of it being seen, we overreacted, we fired Mike and we told Dak to seek a trade because they don't want it to potentially backfire on them. They're like, oh, we're just going to let them play out their contracts and we'll see what happens. But what they do is they'll let you play out your contract, right? But they're not going to do anything to help you and give you assistance.
Exactly.
So it's like you pretty much know the writings on the wall. That's why we say lame duck season. Like big game, they say lame duck season. But it's like the writings on the wall. Like y'all aren't trying to get better. Y'all are not trying to build, y'all playing contract games with your franchise quarterback. Like you're literally setting everything up for we are rebuilding in 2025. Yep. That's how you're setting everything up. You're not on the phone.
Period. Not sending out calls. Really,
you're not calling calls. This is something else. This is what Mickey and I were talking about backstage. The reason why this offseason is different is because in other off seasons, we're usually at this time we're signing our own guys. That'd be we're not just not doing nothing. We're just signing our own guys. We're not signing outside free agents. But this year, they wasn't even getting on the call calling people. Dante Fowler's dad said yesterday on the Final Word, shout out to Boss Cowboy, Law Nation,
Jay Tuck,
Big Game James, Jay Tuck.
Yeah.
Dante Fowler's dad said they're not calling They're not trying to work out deals. That's why I'm like, I think, Gilmore,
Right.
these are guys that are probably going to be gone because the front office,
like we were talking about before, Star. They weren't even talking to Tyron Smith. They were talking to Biotish at the combine at Senior Bowl. They weren't talking to anyone.
They're not talking to anybody. So when that happens, and Michael Gelkin, which I done had some questionable thoughts about him this offseason, but still, Michael Gelkin said like they weren't talking to people at the like they usually talk to agents and all that type of stuff, because basically what happens at the combine is it's the tampering, it's the illegal tampering. That's when deals are really made at the combine, but then they act like they didn't really do it to the league. But we all know the deals was already made, because there's no way as soon as legal tampering start, all these people just start getting signed. They obviously have been talking behind the scenes, and Michael Gelkin said like they weren't talking to agents. They weren't talking.
In previous years, I don't even remember them announcing any kind of signing before the actual free agency day on the Wednesday. So for them to be even announcing where players are going to teams on Mondays and Tuesdays, like it's like you said, it's pretty much the free agent starts on Monday.
Right.
It's official on Wednesday.
Yeah, the illegal tampering, everything is already, people are already off the board, right? Real free agency just started today. But it's already dried up because, as we said, like these deals was already done. They were already predetermined.
Right.
Exactly, Loves. Like this is what I'm saying. Like,
me too, Loves Beauty. I was done too. And also to add on before you go ahead, Star, he also said that the reason that they said they wanted to stay, but that the environment is just toxic, and it's like
it's toxic.
That's been discussed before. Like it's when a player's dad and a player says that, it's toxic. That's telling y'all. Like if y'all don't want to listen to Star, if y'all don't want to listen to me, if y'all don't listen to any other content creator telling y'all what the organization is going through right now, listen to a player's father who's there. The organization is toxic.
They know exactly what's going on. And for all of our players, all of our guys, they was the first one out. Tony Pollard, Tyler Beyond, and not that I wanted any of them back. But what I'm saying is they was the first, they was people leaving our team to go to the Commanders, dog.
The Commanders. Formerly known as
like football. Be serious. Like it's a toxicity that's going around. And that's why I feel like we got to be able to separate supporting the team, supporting and being proud of our legacy, because regardless of what Jerry, the shady and horrible shit that Jerry and Steven are doing, we still have a legacy. We still have 5 Super Bowls. And I don't care. No one's going to make me hate the 5 Super Bowls that we earned. I'm not going to hate it, and I'm not going to be off of it. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Because we earned that. I said that. I called in on Law's show last week. I said we earned that. So why would I be ashamed to that? Or I'm not going to be ashamed to be a Cowboy fan. But what I am ashamed of is Jerry and Stephen Jones.
Yes.
And that's who we
definitely
be ashamed of. And that's who we need to stop allowing to play. And you know what we say, people playing in your face, they're continuously playing in our face. That's why I'm saying you can be happy with the Eric Kendrick signing, but don't be satisfied. Don't allow that to say, oh, we good now. That's why you have all the dumb, they call us morons. I'm going to call y'all dumbass beat writers. Oh, y'all happy, Dallas Cowboys fans. It's like you're patronizing us.
Right.
You're patronizing. Y'all happy now? Y'all happy now? As if we're just mad for no reason. Cowboys fans just mad.
Exactly. And this one, like y'all, number one, like you said, Star, the beat writers, y'all the one who asked the question all in the first place. Number one. Number two, Jerry only asked because he was asked by a reporter. He only answered that way. Jerry only repeats back what he's asked. Are you going all in, Jerry? Oh yeah, we're going all in on our players. Like Star always said, you think he's gonna say no? You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry, like you said, it wasn't even we talked about Gelkin earlier, but like Gelkin mentioned, that wasn't an original idea from Jerry. He was just answering the question. So, even if so, you say you're going all in and you make no moves, literally no moves. You only like Star said, you don't even retain your own guys. You know what I'm saying? Like and like Philly even mentioned CD. Yes, CD's mom kind of chimed in, spoke on Dak a little bit, but I told this a Star kind of backstage, like what. Yeah, Dak is catching strays. Yeah, they can, kind of bring up the whole thing about Parsons doing his podcast and thing like that. But I kind of asked Star, like, what is CD? Yeah, CD went on Michael Parsons' podcast, but CD been chilling. He turned up last year, had a great year. He's due for his contract. They picked up his 5th-year option, so I asked Star, like, why didn't they at least retain CD? Why haven't they done CD's? How come they haven't worked out CD's contract? So
I don't know. Like, it's so much stuff that they could do. Restructures. Remember, they kept selling us. They don't have to extend that. They can just do the cat flip switch trick.
Right. But it was important to restructure Zach Martin's contract to free up $13 million.
One contract just to be in compliance. They haven't restructured any of these other contracts that they can restructure to open up and free up money. I'm interested to see whenever these numbers come out with Eric Kendricks.
Right.
Y'all gave him vet minimum.
Right, because the numbers didn't even come out right away when they did his contract.
If that ninja took vet minimum, that tell me all I need. All of it.
Yes. Because Anthony Barr was hollering, "Oh, I want 10, 11 million." Look, he got that vet minimum soon as he put that star on. Correct.
I can't believe. I don't think that. I don't know. We gotta see these numbers because it would make no sense for you to leave the 49ers, which these guys are contenders every year. They in the Super Bowl every other year.
Facts.
For vet minimum. So I have to think some money was dished out. But I don't know. We'll see when the numbers come out. But ultimately, like, the Cowboys. So what I'm asking Cowboys fans to do is, and I'm well aware, guys, there's going to be people that are still going to go. They're still going to participate. But you don't. Whoever's listening, you don't do it. Stop worrying about it. People, stop worrying about it. Trust me. If more people catch on to the movement, it will start to make an impact. Period. So it's like this season, unless, and I'm not saying just outright do this, but if we go into this season, Dak's not extended. He's on his numbers out.
13 million. So what's that? 7 million a year, about 6.5 million.
Is that his current deal, Tyrone, or that's from when he was with the Chargers?
Right.
Because look at that. I saw that tweet with, I think somebody, Michael Gelkin or John, whoever put it out, and they did put numbers in there, but it's the numbers from when he was signed with the Chargers, not the numbers from when he was signed with us. So I would verify that. Just verify that first. But
anyway, I'm gonna look it up right quick. See if it's on Twitter yet.
Okay, but yeah, what I'm saying is, if the Cowboys go and we don't extend CD, we don't extend Dak, Mike McCarthy on the lame duck year.
And I don't mean cut you off, but I thought they were maybe going to look out early to try to get even Parsons' contract done to get it out the way, so that way they won't wait.
That's not happening.
The last minute, you know what I mean?
They just kicked that down the road. So if the extensions don't happen, the biggest free agent we signed is Eric Kendricks. Right.
The only free agent we signed.
I'm saying, like, we're talking about over the course of the whole offseason. The biggest free agent we signed is Eric Kendricks and maybe re-signing Jonathan Hankins, right? We just go in, do a pretty, decent draft. And it's basically what I'm saying is, if we go into this season doing the same old bullshit, don't try to act like the bullshit is roses.
Right.
Don't try to act like, oh, now we really, these players that no one else wanted, all of a sudden we're trying to convince ourselves that these players are better than they are and doing all these breakdowns and stuff on these no names and nobody's and washed players. Because I see a lot of y'all talk about, everybody that the Eagles signed is washed. Everybody that the Commanders signed is washed. Everybody at the job. Okay, y'all can say that. Y'all can say they watch, but don't try to convince us that this Deontay Foreman is better than Austin Eckler or Saquon Barkley. Don't try to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so just think about that.
Right. What's up, Cowboys?
Exactly.
You are right, Star. Yeah, that the number that Tyrone Church put out was his numbers for the Chargers. So yeah, it was a 1-year deal. That like you said, I just saw John Tota's tweet that it was a 1-year deal, but the number, like the actual number, isn't out. I mean, I haven't seen yet.
Right. So the numbers are out. We want to see what the numbers are, but this is what I'm saying. If it's the same old, if they got their guy when they
ridiculous, man.
It's ridiculous. They was really trolling us yesterday. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is, like, this year, if they want to roll out this lame duck season and they trying to do the Trey Lance controversy, all this stuff, you can't get caught up in the woo. You can't get caught up in the seasons, and if we even win 10 games, you can't get caught up in none of that stuff.
Right.
We got to continue as a united front, speak against it, and also as a united front, stop participating in the extracurricular shit that puts the money directly in their pocket. Stop going to the Star. Stop spending money at the restaurant.
Right.
Stop buying jerseys and merch. Stop traveling to California. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Do not participate. That's what I'm saying. That is the boycott. I'm not saying don't watch the games. I'm not saying don't wear your Cowboys stuff that you already bought. I'm not saying none of that. You can still be a diehard Cowboys fan, bleed silver and blue, with supporting the team and the players and not supporting the front office bullshit.
Right.
Because we have to win in spite of the front office. That's what we're trying to get y'all to realize and understand. And we need to stop supporting the front office, because us taking away our support for the front office does not mean that we're taking away our support for the players. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the players, they're getting paid their salaries. They get paid by their brand deals and all that type of stuff. If you want to buy D-Law, like D-Law has like a little clothing line, buy D-Law stuff. That's fine, because that's D-Law stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you want to buy CD merch or Michael Parsons merch on another platform that's not the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop, go ahead and buy it. That's fine. Right.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Star, but one point I want to bring up that Philly actually mentioned this a little bit earlier. Like he said, glad a lot of you guys are waking up. Just to be regular season champs is getting old. I know for a fact that organizations are watching y'all channels. And I think a huge point, like, I mean, we talk about it all the time, Star. Actually, Stephen Jones talks about it all the time. What's in the last 2-3 years, we won 36 football games. We won more than the Chiefs. We won actually more regular season games than some of these teams in the playoffs. And I just wish that everybody around here would just be like, okay, so and what I mean? Like you said, like regular season champs, like and sometimes you do take another organization, especially your one of your rival team, to say, hey man, regular season champs is not enough. I'm saying, and that's what the fans have been telling the front office. Like, look, bro, okay, we understand. Yeah, we win the regular season games. Yeah, we got three years in a row we have double-digit wins. But where's it gotten us? It's gotten us bounced out. But outside of 1 year, bounced out of the first round in the playoffs. I'm saying, and that's one thing he loves to holler. Oh, we got to be better in the postseason. Okay, well, and like everyone says, it's a marathon. It starts. You do play all season. When you got to build to be able to get to the playoffs. You can't just say, oh, well, we used to go off the whole, kind of the whole idea that the Cowboys will always get to the playoffs. Well, it's kind of getting to that thin ice kind of region where, you're not, especially this year. I mean, even last year, we weren't sure what we were going to get into because they were changing schemes and we weren't exactly sure if the players would be able to hold it down. But now we're losing, some stars at some positions. We're losing a lot of our depth. And we're not going to be able to put a Band-Aid on with the draft, and we're active in free agency. So, there's a lot of holes that this team is going to have to fill. That they only have not even the full amount of picks to be able to. What's that? What's them on vacation?
No, it said they were more waiting. You're waiting for Cowboys big free agency splash. Oh. Don't be surprised. More ripples. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, guys.
Man, I'm telling you,
they are fully and that's just a little social media outrage. So imagine if we actually organized and stopped buying their shit.
Exactly.
Stop buying their stuff. Like, stop. Like, you already got enough Cowboys jerseys. Like I said, if you want to buy something from a third party, or you want to buy people's like personal merch or like graphic shirts, go ahead and buy that. That's fine. But stop buying shit directly from the pro shop. Stop going to Jerry World. Stop going to Frisco and buying all of that stuff that I'm trying to tell y'all. Stop going to the game. We good. Again, if they actually make real substantive moves, then you don't have to boycott. Go to all the games you want. But if
right, and that's a great point, Star. Like maybe if you not even saying that Jerry Jones has to sell us, but like you said, if you would just made legitimate moves off season, one to two moves in free agency, and then you'd be able to at least make some decent moves in the draft. You'd be able to get the fans back, some of the fans back on board. Not saying all the fans, but you might have been able to sell the team a little bit more going into 2024 season, even going into camp. Even going to OTAs, hell, be able to figure out the O-line situation, be able to figure out, starters here and there, running back, and I'm seeing who be able to pick up the draft and then go from there. But for y'all to not do anything, for you to say you're going to go all in, but you don't do anything. You don't get any free agents. You wait till nothing's left on the shelves, and you pick up Eric Kendricks and think that's supposed to shut us up. And then, like you said, it's supposed to be going after the Oxnard, supposed to be
Sean. They talk about more ripples. Oh man, what's more ripples? J.K. Dobbins, the guy who done had 2 ACL injuries.
No, they in that bag right now, Star. They at the thrift store right now. Like you said, more ripples. Yeah, they got some more pennies.
Granted, J.K. Dobbins is good, but he can't stay healthy. Maybe. No. Hopefully, he comes to the Dallas Cowboys and stays healthy. We do have a good track record,
right,
of making players who are injury prone. We do have a track record of somehow giving them magic medicine. Yeah. And magic surgeries, and they're able to play it out. So fingers crossed on that, because we do have a good track record with that, with our doctors and stuff. But still, guys, like everything they trying to do, they just trying to erase. So what we saying is keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure.
Yeah, and just like, I think this is the first time I'm seeing you, Ice Wall Cowboy. What's up? Thank you for joining our show. Like he said, yeah, and it's cool. Yeah, man, definitely go to that Texans game. And like he said, support the Texans. Don't give your money to the Cowboys. Like, and I think Ashley said it. I think it said it last night. I think we said it backstage on our draft talk. She's saying like, yeah, if you want to go to the Cowboys game, like I was talking about earlier, if say if I decide to go to the Carolina game this year, I'm going to the Carolina Stadium. I'm not going to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Like you have to think, if you want, like Star said, you still want to watch the game, that's cool. You don't have to boycott in that manner. Even if you want to like go somewhere else to see the game, because number one, it's going to be cheaper. You're not going to see them prices that you're going to see at Dallas Cowboys Stadium vice the prices you see at Carolina Stadium, or say if you go to the game in Washington. And so you're not going to see them same prices. So, and that's one thing the fans could possibly take advantage of. And I'm saying, especially
yeah, you could do that. If you're in a state and you like, I really want to see the boys, but I'm not traveling down to Mecca. I ain't going. So I'm saying we're just trying to hurt. We're hurting really their ego, and we're letting them know that how their team built and how they continue to operate is not acceptable to us. That's what we're saying.
Right.
Not acceptable, because the point of boycotting is not just about financial stuff, but it's also about bringing awareness. Right. Bringing awareness to an issue. That's all I'm saying, do. And you can do your watch parties at home and wear the Cowboys gear you already bought. Do that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying don't support the team, because I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But What I'm saying is we got to compartmentalize, and we got to hold the front office accountable while also supporting the players, the team, and our legacy. That's what I'm saying. Right. And like, there's things that y'all need to look out for. For instance, Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb's extension is huge. Because what I'm trying to say is they're just trying to, because all this stuff they're trying to do now is just fluff. They're just trying to fluff to buy in. That's all they're trying to do, guys. I'm trying to tell y'all. They're not trying to get serious. They're just trying to add fluff to buy in so fans can get them season holder tickets and shut the hell up. Do it. They're like, shut up. That's it. So y'all need to realize that and be like, nope, not good enough. That's good. We're glad we got J.K. Dobbins. Hope he stays healthy. But what's next?
Right.
What's next? What's the next move? When's that? And I don't even want, after that stunt they pulled yesterday, I don't even want Dak to resign here.
Yeah.
I don't. I think with that stunt they pulled yesterday,
You can't. Fans, Cowboys Nation, there's a reason why Dak Prescott never trusted the Joneses, and honestly, they just showed they've been showed their hand when they didn't pay Dak Prescott the first time around. They've been showed their hand when they played around with Zeke's contract, when they played around with D-Law's contract, when they played around. Hell, when they played around with Schultz's contract, and I don't even like Schultz. They told him to go test the market first. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much tell everybody, "Hey, okay, go see, go see what you see out there, and then we'll let you know."
The Joneses are loyal to nobody. That's what I want y'all to realize. I had a long talk with my brother about this, and they're not loyal to anybody. Like, they weren't loyal to Romo. They wasn't loyal to Jason Garrett, and those were their beloved sons. Romo was on the boat. He was on the white yacht boat. They're not loyal to anybody. They don't care.
Right.
The Dallas Cowboys, it's bend the knee and bend the knee, keep bending the knee until you have nothing left. You have nothing left. That's what I'm saying. If you don't put parameters on this front office and start trying to hold them accountable, not just in words, which is clearly it's getting some things revved up, but we need them to rethink the whole way that they operate structurally. I don't care if you're done with Dak. Do I think it's a dumb decision to move off of him? Yeah. But if you're really done with them, all you got to do is say, "Hey, Dak, we love you. We don't think you're it. Let's try to find us a trade partner." That's it. It's really as simple as 1, 2, 3. Right. You don't have to do the smear campaigns. You don't have to start sullying and denigrating, like Law Nation says, your players in the media. It's just stupid. No one else does that. You see how the Chargers just release Mike Williams and they're done with them. They're like, bye.
Right.
Just release or be done with players. We don't need all the immoral shit, because the immoral stuff to people who have morals makes us feel dirty and nasty for supporting this team.
Exactly. Do you know how it's going to feel to rock the star now that they didn't had a so-called accuser on their radio station? Talking about calling Dak something that I don't even like saying the word rapist like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it, but I was saying because it's like it's a shock value but this is what this is allowing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like I think it was Martin tweeted out, like, this is our Walter Payton Man of the Year.
And this is what y'all are doing, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want Dak to resign here because I think this front office has hit a new low.
You don't deserve it.
They haven't now. That whole thing that they just did yesterday, they have not done that with any of the players.
Right.
Past or present. So I do think Dak should walk. The only way Dak don't walk and he resigns here is he gonna have a lot more ramifications in his contract. And I don't think Jerry and Steven gonna sign off on that shit. They hate Dak right now because of how he got them bent over with his contract. That's why I'm like, Dak.
Right.
Say I'm good on it. What's up, Jay Money?
And another thing I want to say, because there's something you brought up at the start where you said where they kind of use up players, like they pretty much use up players to pretty much the last drop, pretty much everything they have. And I was kind of talking to my dad about this the other day. Like you say, you see with other organizations, you're able to see players and I hate even talking about Philly, but we just saw what Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelce retire this past offseason, correct? Mm-hmm. And these are legends over in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think this is why it was such a shock to see a player like Tyron not get re-signed, or even a couple years ago when they didn't re-sign Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Or even like I wasn't watching Cowboys back then, but when they didn't of course, obviously they didn't re-sign DeMarcus Ware, and he went and got a ring with the Broncos. I just feel like as a Cowboys fan, you don't always get to see your greats retire as a Cowboy. Because just like Star said, either they use them up physically, they use them up to the last drop, or they wait till they have to repay him maybe second, third contract, and all of a sudden, like you said, they're not loyal to nobody. So it's okay. So go ahead and see what you see in the market, and of course they don't come back. So so as a fan, not only is it frustrating to not be able to see them get great players in free agency, but also, you feel like, they're always talking about we love our guys. Yeah, you draft and develop, quote unquote, you bring up your guys who you love, who you draft, but you still do them dirty in the end, and then so you don't get to see your greats retire with that star on their helmet.
Like they do. They
don't even get to a championship. So what are these greats who've done so much for you? Tyron's been here, 10, the 15 years, who's done so much for you. What do they get to walk away with? You know what I'm saying? So these players have to walk away with
there's personal accolades. You know, they do get to walk away with it, but you know, it means something to these players when they don't have a championship. You know, at least Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox, they have a championship.
Right.
But they're like, they don't want to retire, but they're like, I'm at peace with retiring. Like people like Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Zeke, Dak, you know, DeMarcus Ware, Romo, Des Bryant, Jason Witten. You know, all of these players that we've had over these years that are pretty much Hall of Fame type, Pro Bowl players or whatever.
Right.
The fact that at point in time, like they were the greatest in the league and they never, that's true. We love our guys until the rent is due. The only time that they will sign you is when you're first, it's time to extend you off your rookie contract. And best believe they're only signing you if you bend the knee.
Right.
And if you don't bend the knee, they will sign you. They'll sign you, but better believe by the time that second contract come around, you better take a pay cut. Because if you don't take a pay cut, they are done with you.
Correct. I mean, even one of the greats of Cowboy Nation, Emmitt Smith didn't even he went to the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Like afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Even he didn't get to stay in the Cowboys uniform his whole career. So that just tells, like you said, this tells the quote unquote loyalty that the Joneses don't have for even their own guys.
They don't have loyalty. They didn't have loyalty to Troy Aikman. Like Troy was like, he's like, after that, I forgot whenever I think he retired in 2000. He was like, I knew I wasn't gonna play another down for this organization. Like I wasn't gonna play another one. He said I thought about going to different teams, but I just decided let me just go ahead and retire.
Right.
And that's the issue. Like this organization they're not loyal. They don't love anybody. I know we want to think that, you know, they doing this stuff with Dak. Like we said, we need a movement. Yeah, we do, and we need a movement, and we have to be together on it. Cowboys Nation, you know, what the hell are we doing? The content creators, we got all these followers, 60,000, 100,000, 20,000, 12,000, 1,000, a couple hundred. Like, what's the point of doing all of this stuff if we can't organize, come together and say, we're not going to tolerate it. Right. We're not going to tolerate it, period. And I think we should start as a collective. This is another thing. This is just for content creators, but fighting for our recognition, fighting for us to be allowed to get in on our media and stuff like that, because it's been a real stumbling block for guys who have like been in this stuff for 10 years to even get on the field and have any type of access at all. Like we have to start fighting for our place. Yes, it's going to take a while. Yes, it's not going to happen immediately. But again, if you keep speaking, if you keep pushing, if you keep organizing, a change will come. It's like that song say, a change gonna come. A change will come eventually. A change has already happened or happening.
Yeah.
It's all about organizing and just not tolerating the bullshit no more. Just stop tolerating. Stop. And there's going to be some guys that are like, they just want you to just see the positive side of everything because it honestly gets some views. But and we're not going to be total doom and gloom over here. Like I said, signing Eric Kendrick was a good signing. You know what I'm saying? If they signed J.K. Dobbins, pretty good signing if he can stay healthy, you know?
Right.
But again, that's not enough. Do right by that. And if you don't want him, tell him to get a trade.
Then let him go.
Stop the mind game. Stop the smear campaign. We're tired of it. And y'all think this is like, imagine what they're gonna do. And I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, why would they be playing hardball with CD and stuff like that? Why would they, you know, they didn't even try to get into contract talks with Micah. They just like, we'll push it down the road. You know why I think they mad at them low key. I think they mad at them because of their podcast. They went on there and they chop it up and they talk about the culture issue and shit.
Yep.
Jerry is mad at
and then Jerry and Steven came back talking about some, we don't have nothing wrong.
Y'all think Steven and Jerry don't know what's Micah and CD up there saying we got a culture problem and we need to change this and we need to do this and we need to give more free agents? If you don't think that pissed maybe not Jerry, but if you don't think that pissed Steven off, it absolutely
right.
Like it absolutely did. I think so. I mean, you can call me conspiracy theorist, whatever.
No, because like I said, we were just talking about that before we hopped on here. Still, like, why has it like? Not saying CD. Like I said, CD turned up last year. CD has no reason. Like I said, maybe his mom kind of said something, but even CD came out and corrected and said, "Hey man, like my mom was walling out." Like, and he addressed the situation on the podcast, mind you, but he still addressed the situation that was his mom speaking out, and that was even tweeted during the game. So everyone that's heat in the moment. You can't pay attention to that, but it's just like, why is CD catching strays? You know what I'm saying? CD, it's like CD saying, "Why am I in it? Like, where my money at? Why am I?" You know what I'm saying? Like, my contract is due. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, he's for anything for it to be CD not getting his attention. Like okay, maybe Dak, you want to play around with Dak? Okay, cool. Like you said, Michael Parsons, you got another year, but when you have three huge contracts taking up over 50%, 60% of your salary cap. Why do you want to play around with that? Especially when you have other contracts coming up. Deron Bland, Tyler Smith, you got coming up with, I think, in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what we see it's really a pattern. Like Star actually just mentioned a couple minutes ago about organization needing some kind of change. Like we see this pattern of them waiting to the last minute with all these, mostly, of course, with the small time players, we don't report on that as much, but with the big time players, these big contracts that we see in the past with D-Law and Dak previously, and Zeke when he was over his contract too, and even Zach, that's what frustrates me. Even when Zach Martin held down a training camp and you turned around and paid him, and then look at the year he had, but you have a problem with paying Dak. You know what I'm saying? So they wait till the last minute.
It's all about Steven hate losing the contract game. I don't know what it is with Stephen Jones, but he is obsessed with winning the contract game. And he's willing to trash and get dirty on his own players who don't even do nothing. Like, these players are saints. Like, they don't do anything. You're willing to dirtying up Dak Prescott, trying to, like, that's why I said Dak needs to get out of here. Because that was just a new low for me. It was a new low of toxicity. And the only way I'm re-signing this is I'm having a face-to-face talk with Steven. I'm having a face-to-face talk with Jerry.
Right. And that radio station.
In the radio station, I would sue the radio. To me, if I was Dak, I'm suing the radio station.
Period.
I don't know if he's going to do that, but I would sue him. But I'm having a talk with Jerry and Steven face-to-face, and we're going to hash all this shit out. And how that conversation would go would make me I would tell Todd France, thank you, Todd. You know, we'll have you there to review the contract, but I want to talk to Jerry and Steven together, man to man, face to face. Because all of this petty shit they keep doing is ridiculous. And it's like, if y'all really don't want me, dog, let's work out a deal.
You know what I'm saying?
These are the teams that I'm thinking about going to. Let's work it out. Let's get a trade on so that I can go.
Correct. You let it have been Dak who went to the Steelers. Like, look, black and yellow. How the song? Look, they already used the song we didn't.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins holding out because they like, what if the Cowboys really don't sign Dak?
A lot of these teams have been had their eye on Dak, and they see how the Cowboys treat him.
They like let's just get backups. These teams are like, because they ready for Dak Prescott to hit the open market, and that's what I would tell Jerry and Steven. Like, I can go to the open market right now, and y'all know I'm not going to be on the streets more than 5 minutes.
Right. So if you're helping the case of him getting a job, you're helping him get a job elsewhere. Honestly, you're helping his case. Honestly, like you say, there'd be. I think Ashley tweeted out there'd be 30 other teams interested in Dak Prescott if you put him on the market right now.
Yeah, right now. Like, all these teams with these young quarterbacks, they will gladly trade them for Dak Prescott. Glad. I bet you the Falcons will be trying to. They just gave Kirk Cousins a boatload of money. They're like, Kirk, see ya,
bruh.
See ya. We don't know how we gonna work it out.
Half the damn league played with backup quarterbacks last season. Like, these teams not playing. You can't even get a sure answer with with quarterbacks coming out of the draft. You have 8 years of film with Dak Prescott. Showing what he can do. And with him turning up last season. You know what I'm saying? So he has his case done.
It's really that simple. So, Dak, I don't know if you watch this. I don't know if Tad will see this, but hey, If you want to really be here, Dad, because you got some allegiance, I know when you was a kid, I had the dream, I had the vision. Okay, Dad, you gonna have to get some cojones, because we can fight for you as much as we can, but you have to, at some point, you have to fight for yourself.
Yeah,
you have to fight for yourself. Your play is not enough for them. All pro MVP type play is not enough for them with you. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but it's not enough for them for you. So you're gonna have to go to them man to man and have a conversation and say, "Listen, I will leave. I will go. Y'all don't want me. Okay, bye. You don't have to keep doing this. We don't have to keep doing this relationship and y'all sullying, y'all sneak dissing me, and now y'all bring my accuser on the flash. Like, we don't have to do this.
You go holler at Trey Lance during training camp?
Yeah, like, we don't have to do this, man. Like, that's the only way, if I was Dak Prescott, that I would stay here, is if I had a conversation with Steven and Jerry. We had eye to eye, man to man, and they're like, you know what, Dak, we do want you. We realize we don't know why we've done this. We're gonna sign you. We're gonna give you guarantees. We're not gonna do none of this stuff no more. Like, that's the only way I will resign here. Other than that,
and even
really would be to, the best thing for him would really be to play this year, get $59 million, and hit the open market. That would be because that's how he's gonna get the biggest, hugest payday. And it's to the Joneses, because if you trade them, the Joneses get compensation for you. And at that point, I'm like, no, if y'all don't think I'm worth nothing, no way. So why y'all want to get compensation for me? You can get a compensatory pick. You can get a compensatory
exactly.
But I go into the free agency market. That's what I would do if I was Dak. But I don't know. Dak is a better person than me, so
Like you say he's a better, like he's better than me too. Like I don't even know if I was Dak, I don't even know if I would play this year. Like this, like you said, for them to cross a line like this, like it's because it's not football at all.
Like it's nothing to do with football. That's the issue. This has nothing to do with football. It's just a direct smear campaign.
Right. Yeah. So it's just like, how can you even, like, me and Star were talking about this, like, even leading up to the season coming up, how are the players going to concentrate strictly on training camp, strictly on OTAs, when they answer questions like, oh, are you getting, or when they, I don't know if they're going, well, I don't know if the media going to keep asking questions, because it is a legal matter. So I don't know if they're going to keep discussing this, this kind of matter in the actual public, but if they are going to be asked questions like, have you heard about the Dak Prescott case and this, that, and the third, what do you think? Or, what about the free agency move? So they're going to be asking questions that aren't related to football at all, because of the whole thing the front office has started or has allowed on the radio station. You know what I'm saying? So once again, they're going through a whole, and really even going in training camp, of course, we're going to see, like Star said, see videos of Trey Lance making throws here and there. You know what I'm saying? To the third wide receiver, Jalen Tolbert, and say, oh, you might have a chance. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
that's exactly what they're trying to do. And it's like, I don't know what Dak's going to do. You know what I'm saying? I only would not ask for a trade or lift my trade clause, just because I don't want them getting a boatload of picks for me. Like, no, y'all don't think I'm worth shit. Y'all wanted me out of here from the second I got here. What's up, landlord? I mean,
they wilding out, landlord. Like, I really had no words for this, fam. Like, me and Star, we had no words for this, man. At
this point, landlord, I think I've already, I was doing my extend Dak campaign, but I'm already like, free Dak. I hope Dak walks. I really do, because that's what the organization really deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the line that they crossed yesterday was a line they have not crossed with any player. So that's what I said. Like, Dak, the only way Dak should resign here is if he have a face-to-face talk with Jerry and Steven and get this shit handled. Because this is stuff like, it can't get handled through lawyers and agents. Like, this is the type of stuff you got to go directly to the source. You can't, talk to my guy. No, this is got to go directly to the source. Because like I said, a line was crossed yesterday. Dak, you're now a father. Like they're really playing not with you, but they're playing with your family, your reputation, the reputation,
and your name. Yeah, I was
name,
playing with your name, like
your baby girl. Like it's kind of bigger. What they did yesterday, just beyond football. So I feel like that's how you got to handle it.
Right.
And as far as go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, just like you mentioned earlier, with the front office needing a change, like I think, like you said, this is gonna be. They need some sort of wake up call, and honestly, they're bringing it upon themselves. But like you said, I think they needed some sort of wake up call. Like they're gonna have to start losing. They're gonna have to see that how much of an impact Dak actually had on the team, because they feel like, well, they probably already know, because they felt like they could just have Dak and really have this real role players around him for him to be able to lift them up. But once, like you said, once they realize that the big missing piece is Dak, and he does go elsewhere, and you're like, we actually may be stuck in quarterback purgatory, or just maybe stuck in this regular purgatory, just a bad trash team this year and possibly going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, fans start walking away. You know what I'm saying? Money starts lowering, attendance starts getting lowered. You know what I'm saying? That, like you said, when it starts hitting the Joneses' pockets, when they start waking up.
Yeah, and it's like, again, it's not all about the pockets, because Jerry's gonna be a billionaire, right? He's gonna be a billionaire. They're gonna be rich. Like, no one's saying that the Jones family's gonna lose everything because of jersey sales and concession stands. But what I'm saying is, if just words is making them make moves, if the fans actually organized and said, we're not going to the games, we're not going to the training camps, we're not going to the Cowboys experience events, like,
right,
we're good
on booking tours and going
to all of that stuff
like that. Yeah,
collectively. And again, there's always going to be fans that support. I already know that. I'm not stupid, but I'm saying, if we as the content creators keep putting on our platforms, don't do it, guys. Don't support. Don't do it. Not saying don't support the team. That's what I was saying, landlord. You're going to have to go back. But we're supporting the team and the players, but we're not supporting the Joneses anymore.
Right.
So if you still want to go to a game, go to a game. That's an away game in Atlanta.
Right.
You can get some money. You know what I'm saying? But don't be going to Jerry World. Because I went to Jerry World. The shit is expensive. Like, you talking about a basket of fries, $20. It's crazy. It's crazy at Jerry World. So that's what I'm saying. Like, organize, fans, because when we organize, and guarantee you, once them jersey sales and them ticket sales start dropping, the articles will start being written. Right. Then the networks, that's how it works. Then the news networks start, well, why are the fans? There's so much stuff we could do. We could even do a blackout where we go to free training camp, but we all wear demonstrate. It's a lot of stuff we could really do, content creators and Cowboys fans, if we really wanted to get active and get serious.
Right. One of the largest fan bases in the world. Like we mentioned in the beginning of the show, like a national and really almost like a global, worldwide, one of the richest franchises in the world. Like, where do you think all that money comes from? From the fans, and fans who aren't like, I mean, like I said, I live in Virginia, and I'm a fan because my dad was a fan. So you have people who are essentially either they can be their second generation, third generation born into it, or you have fans who maybe just started watching football. Like just use an example. You have the Taylor Swift fans who just started watching football last year. We saw how much money that brought how much money that actually brought into the league because of how many fans she has. So just think of how many fans the actual Cowboys organization had just because of familiarity or just them recognizing the name of Dallas Cowboys. Okay, football, Cowboys. Okay, so people usually become a fan of the Cowboys. So that's how much influence the Cowboys have. But like Star saying, I think this is a time where we just kind of flip it to our advantage, kind of flip it to where we can have our impact on the organization. Instead of the organization having impact on the fans got to have the impact on the organization. It's time that we try to flip it around as content creators and even really as fans, trying to flip it on them and say, hey, this is what we want. We're about tired of these years where you guys get to, use your money and, determine how you want to run the team because, you claim you're football guys and think you know what you're doing when, you guys are just worried about the money aspect of, okay, so let's see how you like it when you see that money start going down, when you start seeing the attendance go down. Like Star said, we got to start showing our impact. Like I said, we kind of sit back and let the Jones kind of run it. And yeah, it is their organization, but it really should be the fans' organization, because we are the ones who make the impact. We are the ones who pay the money, who give the viewership. When they run back the viewership of the Cowboys Thanksgiving games being one of the most watched games. You know what I'm saying? Or the Cowboys playoff game being one of the most, hell, even some of the Sunday night football Cowboys games are sometimes high in viewership because of who they're playing. Like, we have that kind of platform. So like Star said, we just come together and kind of use our influence that we already have. We just got to learn how to use it.
Yep. Got to learn how to organize. Got to learn how to use your voice.
And landlord said Jerry's Richards
his own
jersey.
What report out? Oh, he's talking about the report. No, landlord, it was out. Remember last year? Yep. Was that last year? No, it was the year before last year when Dak got hurt with the thumb injury. It was reported immediately. Cowboys tickets going down because people were like, "Oh hell no!" Like, the season over. Like, I'm serious, landlord. Like, I know, and this is what you know what I'm gonna say. Our former president, which we can't stand him because he's awful, but he was funny, and he said, "You know, what the hell do you have to lose? What do you have to lose by just simply saying, let's try to organize? Nothing. We don't have but time and effort. And if you don't want to do that, and you just want to I guess, keep blindly supporting, and do that. But it's time for us to stop saying there's just nothing we can do and try. You just try. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't work, but it will work, because look at what a little bit of upsetness on Twitter made the Joneses do.
Exactly.
Just a little bit of we're outraged. They're like, oh shit, we better do something because the fans are pissed. So imagine if we actually organize what could happen. So you gotta stop telling yourselves, Cowboy fans, content creators that are listening, there's just nothing we can do. There's no impact we can make, because that just is ridiculous. We're already making an impact.
Right.
You're already making an impact from simply having a platform and a channel.
Exactly, and that's really the way the world is going. Like with social media, you see a lot of, like, not just the fans, but the players are on Twitter as well. So and the beat writers as well. You even have some owners who are on Twitter as well watching. And I think we learned that. I think we learned
matters. The grandsons apparently watch some of our shows of the Jones. All of it matters. It matters. Right. So stop saying it don't matter, and stop saying nothing we can do, and let's organize and do something. Like, that's my appeal to the Cowboys Nation, Cowboys content creators. Let's stop there's nothing we can do. There's nothing, because that's just not true. Now if you don't feel like doing nothing, then just say that. Like, I'm good. I ain't trying to try because I just think it's gonna be a waste of my time. Okay, then just say that. But don't say there's nothing you can do, because at the very least we can try. We can try to organize. If it doesn't work, we move to plan B. But like, shit not gonna get done unless somebody tries. Like, imagine, I hate to keep bringing it up because I mean this is different, but civil rights. Like, imagine if everybody who fought for the civil rights with blacks, Latinos, gays, all that stuff just said, nothing we can do. Legislature got it locked up. They ain't never giving us rights, so we might as well just give up. Just succumb to it. Oh well, nothing we can do.
Exactly.
Nah, bro. I'm not with that. I'm not with the there's nothing you can do thing. If there's nothing you want to do, then just say that, and then we'll be done with that. But I think, like, at a certain point in time, we gotta organize, because that's the only way. But like I said, they could re-sign that tomorrow, re-sign CD, say we're sorry, make a statement. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. But if they do all that, then you ain't gotta do all of this.
Right.
I'm only saying, if they're gonna continue in their set ways and try to give us a hot pocket and tell us that it's a gourmet meal, then say hell no. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was telling fans today, and I do gotta go. I gotta go, but I'm telling fans today, like, you could be happy about Eric Kendricks, but do not act like it's Roquan Smith on Twitter, because they see that stuff and they're like, oh, the fans are fine. They're so happy. They think it's so great. Like, no.
Exactly. No. And we have the time, fan. Like, Cowboy Nation, we have the time. It's still only March. We haven't even reached the draft yet. So there's plenty of off-season time to be able to have this kind of effect on the organization, to make them sit back and thinking like, okay, You know, we still like Star said, we haven't got the fans back in.
We're trying to get it's not necessarily about. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. I'm saying it's one.
No, not you good.
We think that we're gonna bankrupt the Dallas Cowboys. Like, nobody is saying that. Right. Like, nobody is saying that. Like, we get it. We get the TV revenue deals. Watch the TV. Watch the games. We got it. We get it. We're talking about we need to do something that makes the Dallas Cowboys think. They need to think. And they will if we organize. Because look, with us having a united voice about that stunt that they pulled yesterday, they said, "Oh shoot, we better get Eric in. We better do something."
Exactly. You saw how quick they moved. That wasn't even 24 hours.
Now, and landlord, you see in the chat. Now they got David Moore putting that article talking about there'll be more splashes to come.
Yo, and Jane Slater. So I don't know if you saw her tweet earlier. Oh, I think more is coming. Cowboys Nation fans, don't lose hope. When you was the first one putting out, oh yeah, they ain't talking to nobody. They ain't talking to nobody, y'all. But don't lose hope, fans. Don't lose hope. But they ain't talking to nobody.
Nothing, because she came out and said that. Then we waited 6 hours. Then she came out and said, "My bad, nothing's happening." And then an hour later, Eric Kendrick is signed. Like, Jane Slater, I'm tired. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all like her. I know some of y'all men, y'all think she fine because I hear the way y'all talk about her.
Which is crazy.
She's not in the inside, dog. She don't know what's I don't know because I got to say that. She used to know what's going on. And I think that's why people still hold on. Because it's like she used to be on the inside. Like prior to 2020, she was in the inside. But she's not. She does not know what's going on. She has no idea. They be sending that, I almost called it the B word, but they be sending that girl smoke screens that making her look stupid. So it's like, at what point are we going to be like, all right, we not really paying attention to what she's saying. But anyway, guys, I do got to hop off.
Yes, guys. Yes. Thank you guys for spending time with us on this Wednesday evening. Before we get out of here, we love everybody for spending their time with us. I think it's most of my people we had watching us.
Yeah, we got hell of people. Like our channel.
Yes, please. Like we're both, yes. Am said Jane not even in the friend zone. Yeah, man. And keep her out of there. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to pop her no way.
Out. I'm sorry. Like I know she cute to some of y'all, but she out. Like. Right. And I get it. She was a respected source. I think she used to come on content creator shows before she went to ESPN. So there's a lot of respect for Jane. I get it. I get the respect that we have for Jane. Right. But Jane just don't know what she's talking about when it comes to the team anymore. She just in the dark. And that's the way they want. They want Jane in the dark because what she did in 2020 when she got all them players to start speaking against Mike Nolan, all that stuff. They said,
and they see how quick she tweeted, how quick she had to tweet out everything. So you think they're gonna tell her everything? No.
Exactly. They're not telling her what they're doing.
But yeah, like, everybody
was signing Eric Kendrick. They just popped out of nowhere. Like nobody.
Just like last year with Gilmore and Cooks. Like she ain't know about that, and all of a sudden,
exactly. Nobody knew. So just don't hold on to everything Jane say. You know, I'm not saying nothing. Even look last year, she kept telling us our first round pick was going to be a tight end. She said all her sources confirmed it. If it wasn't Dalton Kincaid, it was going to be Sam Laporte. She said it was confirmed. We were getting a tight end, period. First round pick, Monty Smith. Everybody, what the?
Girl,
I'm serious, but y'all gotta look at these people's track record. She don't know. She's a nice woman though, but she don't know what's going on.
All right, y'all. Look, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. Like Star said, please. We on the road to 200, y'all. Each of us. We're trying to get our voices out there. We're trying to grow our channels. So even though it's gonna be a long, hard offseason, long road to be a Cowboys fan, we still want to grow our channels. Thank you guys for your time this evening. We love you guys for joining us. Thank you so much. Catch us next week, the same time here. Back next Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for putting you guys.
Mickey, I'm gonna hop right off, so I'm not gonna be in the backstage. All right.
That's all good. We appreciate everybody joining us. Thank you, Star. Appreciate you, sis. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you next time. We'll catch you guys next time. See y'all.